Hello, good evening. I would like to welcome you to the JNR show. Today, I'll be preparing curry goats. Now, I'm asking you to please subscribe and press the notification button so that you'll be able to get all of our delicious meal preps and videos every day. So, I'll be posting a video every week and I hope you enjoy them. So I'm asking you to please press the subscribe button and the notification button and you will get a new video. So welcome to the JNR show. As I said, today we're making curry goat. We're gonna start with already a hot pot with a little oil. You can use coconut, olive oil, anything that you prefer. I use a little coconut with a little corn oil. Okay, so here we go. Add in just about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of curry to burn. You don't really have to if you season very well before, but we always say burn the curry. That's what my grandmother did. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so I have the curry in and the pot is really hot, so I'm gonna stir until it's all melted into the oil. Okay, when the pot gets really hot, then you can add a little crushed garlic, which I like to do every couple of weeks. I take fresh garlic and I crush them, put them in a bowl so I'm able to use it like a paste. So it's easy. You just take out this amount and you put it in the pot, and then you can hear the pot sizzling from the heat. You don't want it to burn, so what you do right away, I have two different kinds of cuts of goat meat. I have the head and the feet here, which I'm gonna add first because it's the harder part. So make sure that this was seasoned at least a day, which is 24 hours. You season your meat and put it aside in your freezer so that when you're ready to cook it, you can take it out back overnight, and then you're able to cook your meat. The flavor is much intense when you do that. As I said, I have more than one cuts of meat. Sorry. Hold on, I'm going to show you the other cut of meat that I have, which is the rib section. So this is the rib section. Now, as I told you, I pre-season all my meat, so I put it in a bag, okay? So that you're able to just get to it when you need it. So, and this is the eggs. And a portion of feet. Okay, then you're gonna add the ribs to that. Okay, remember that the goat meat takes a very long time to prepare. It's not a rush thing. It takes several hours. So at least 2 hours to cook. so you don't have to rush. So this has a little ice in it from the frozen, so you don't have to defrost the whole thing. You're gonna need it to just go down slowly. So you're just going to cover it. I should have used a larger pot, but it will cook down shortly. You'll see how it cooks down. As soon as it's melted, it will cook down, and then you don't have to worry about adding too much water immediately. But you will have to add at least 1 cup of boiling water. Keep your stove on with your kettle on low, because you're gonna need at least a kettle full of water to pour in, and you don't want to keep adding cold water to your pot. It will slow down the cooking process. So you add hot water. Okay. Now when the water is in, you will cover that. You will just put the cover on. It won't shut tightly at first because, as I said, your meat was pre-seasoned and put in the freezer. So if you did not have the time to completely defrost it, you don't have to, because it takes a long time to cook. So the ice that is in it from the freezing process, you just add it to the pot and it will defrost. So there we go. So you're gonna leave that for half an hour. You could put a timer on it if you like, so you can remember that you have to come and check it in half an hour. So you check it in half an hour's time, and then you do that, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are back. We're doing our first check. This is half an hour after we did the pre-prep, okay? So we are doing this now. We're stirring at this point. See? All the ice has melted out from the frozen. We had frozen it. So all the ice has melted out. And now all you have to do is to stir. Keep stirring until everything is combined. Now, I will have to transfer this to another pot, because I realized that the pot is too small for stirring. So I'm going to have to transfer this to another pot. So I'm going to have you hold up, see you back in 5 minutes, and I'll show you what I transferred it to. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and transfer all of this into that pot. You don't need to add any more oil because you already add oil in this. So you're just going to take them out. You're just going to put them all into the larger pot. Now, I have heat under that pot, so don't worry about if it has heat under the pot. There's heat under the pot. I don't know if you can see it, but I already put heat. The stove is already on under the pot, so it's already getting hot. Okay, so make sure that even when you transfer, if you don't have a large pot, you transfer into a large pot, you have heat under the pot when you're transferring. Okay, so you're going to take everything out and put it in this one. Oh, that smells so good. I wish you could smell that. Now, since we just begun, when you transfer everything over, remember you're going to have to add water at this point, because goat meat takes about 2 hours in all to cook, depending on how young or old the goat is. Now, I can't tell because I did not kill this animal myself. So, I'm going to give it 1 hour cook time, and then at the end of that hour, I will check it again before I add the vegetables, which is the potatoes that I cut right here with the tomato, with the onions and the potatoes and all the seasoning I would add at the half an hour point. Okay, so you keep taking these out and put them in the other pots so that you have more room to add water. And at this point you're going to add about a liter of water, or half a gallon of water to this pot. So you just keep layering, taking everything out and putting it in the larger pot. Now remember, this pot that you were using before is very hot. So you don't want to put your hands directly in the pot. You're going to take something, you're going to pour out all the liquid in the other pot. You don't want to waste that liquid. Remember, I told you to keep your kettle on for boiling water. You always have to have your kettle on. In this case, because you need a lot of water to boil. So you're going to add, as I said, about 2 to 3 liters of water, or half a gallon of water, about that amount, into the large pot. You are going to make sure that the meat is covered. So if you don't have enough water in your kettle, you add another cup or 2 from water fountain or water bottle. So I have water bottles that is not cold. So I will add 1 more cup, 1 more bottle, 1 more full bottle to my pot. So now when I look inside, all the meat is covered. See that? All the meat is covered. So you're going to put that to a boil, okay? Now when it goes to a boil, you will let that boil for 45 minutes to an hour, and then you check it. So you could put your timer on, because it's in full hour. You don't want to forget that you're cooking. You might start watching a program or on the computer or talking with the kids. So make sure that you put a timer on it so you will remember that you don't burn. So you check it after an hour, and I will come back and show you after an hour what it looks like after an hour, before I add all of the vegetables in it. Okay, welcome back. We are in the last portion of getting this curry goat finished. So I'm gonna just check it just a minute out from the time, the 30 minutes time that I told you I set. So I'm gonna check that now and see how far we have gotten. Okay, so let's open the pot and see what we can see. Okay, so okay, so this is where we're at. Okay, it's bubbling away. So we're almost there at this point. Now we're going to test for taste, and we are going to see if the gravy is thickening. Okay, so we can wait just a few more minutes, maybe 5 more minutes for it to come together. Let me see. We're almost there. Almost. Let's see. Let's try and taste if we're almost there. Just about there. So what we'll do, we're going to leave it for 5 more minutes and make sure that everything really gels and the gravy thickens up with the potatoes and everything. It will thicken up, and then I come back and I will dish out just a portion so you'll see how it looks. Okay, so be right back with you in 10 minutes. Back. We are at the final part of putting together our curry goat, so I'm going to uncover the pot. Just for testing purpose, not for dinner, I am going to remove just a piece so that you're able to see what it looks like when it's all done. So here we go. This is your curry goat. Take a bite. Hot and delicious. Just the right amount of pepper. Just the right amount of salt. Would you like to have a bit? Come and enjoy with JNR Farms. I welcome you to come and join us. Anytime you want this, come on through the screen, get some, okay? So, press subscribe and press the notification button, and we will have new videos up every week so that you can enjoy cooking with us. So, enjoy and have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and be blessed, and may God have mercy upon all of us during this pandemic. So I want you to be safe, and always keep your surroundings clean when you're cooking. Thank you, and goodbye.